Were out all night after the snow on Sunday, plowing and salting the roads. So far this season, snowfall totals have not been that impressive. But despite this, we're seeing the winter weather impact supplies for local towns. NBC 10's Deanna Durante is joining us live in Plymouth Township with those details. Deanna.
This is the salt barn where Plymouth Township stores 800 tons of salt. Take a look. Almost empty. All that we can find in here, just what's around the edges. Now, Plymouth has 2 salt barns. Come with me. Let me show you the second. Over here across the lot. And that one, too, almost empty. These nuisance storms really taking a toll, not just here, but in towns really across the region. It's nearly lunchtime, and crews from Plymouth Township are finally packing it in, unloading what little salt wasn't used.
Everyone expects black pavements. You know, they don't expect any snow to be left on the ground, so I think all the communities out there are trying to do their best to keep it, you know, when people wake up, the roads are all clear.
And they did the best they could with 2 snowfalls in one day, 20 hours on the roads. For those who spent the night cleaning up, they hope when folks are shoveling, they don't cast that snow in the streets.
We don't have any material. Probably the streets, we left a lot of them more snow covered than ever, just because we don't have any salt.
Plymouth isn't alone in the salt shortages. Communities in upstate New York have also complained about low supply since early this month. The demand has been high and the snow totals have not been huge, just frequent.
Same thing with the people where they get out early and they walk their dogs and they leave their footprints.
Larry Billy is a North Dakota transplant. Living in Plymouth for decades, he says the key to removing the snow around your home, patience.
I just have to get the salt out, and that's what I did earlier. I put the salt out and it's starting to break up what was, you know, packed down, and I'm just doing it in stages. I did the sidewalk, went in, got coffee, finishing up the driveway. I'm going to go in and get coffee.
And while he may have a bucket or 2 on standby, Larry isn't thinking about a salt shortage, unlike the crews that keep his streets clean. The storm may be over, but looking towards the next one has them on edge. Dare I ask what happens if you don't get salt by this weekend?
Well, hopefully there's going to be some folks out there that'll lend us some salt until we can get deliveries.
And that has happened in the past. About a decade ago, we were doing stories right here in Plymouth and beyond of how communities were sharing salt. Now, right now, Plymouth has an order in for 900 tons of salt. That would fill this barn almost to the rooftop and then also replenish the barn across the parking lot. They do say that you do need to be careful because while the roads were wet today, with those cold temperatures coming, there could be some refreezing, which means those road crews will be out again using whatever precious resources they have left. Reporting live in Plymouth Township, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.